Hi, welcome to iRoad 2. This is Mark Stofer, and in this trailer for Magic Pill, I want it to encourage and inspire you to take the necessary action in your life to first be aware and understand, the toxic industries that are created to, really sustain our economy, right? That's what we have to look forward to in the future, the near future, where robotics and innovations and AI can basically eliminate toxic industry. And once we're aware of these things, there's no propaganda required, right? We make the transition as quick as possible, then we can focus on nutrition, physical and social activity, healthy activities in our life, synergistically, nutrition, physical and social activity every day will build a foundation to give us the resiliency to overcome and thrive. We'll always be challenging ourselves to be healthier, to be more socially and physically active on a healthy level, and not depend on toxic industry to sustain us, right? And with that, I hope you'll enjoy this trailer. It speaks to the issues that we currently have in our Western culture. So with that, I want you to enjoy.
Fat's no good. Fat's no good. Don't want fat in my diet.
We have lived a lie for 50 years.
It's not an accident that people are hooked on all this processed garbage.
Having the federal government get behind the low-fat diet changed vastly the food system.
Suddenly now we're eating a carbohydrate-based diet.
You might as well be eating a bowl full of sugar.
The one question I wish every single doctor would ask is, what are you eating?
Maple and brown sugar, heart healthy. You know that can't be right?
What powers the brain far more efficiently is fat.
We need to get back into the kitchen.
So we're going to add more fat to the diet. Good, natural fat.
Coronary artery disease.
I have asthma.
Type 2 diabetes.
She has epilepsy.
Autism.
High cholesterol.
Cancer.
So when we get rid of refined sugars, refined grains, refined vegetable oils, processed foods,
it's basically meat and vegetables.
We might be able to influence a variety of organ systems through one intervention.
This is a unique event in the history of modern medicine.
There are powerful vested interests.
This will seriously harm our profession.
Pharmaceutical companies are profiting from this. Weight loss industry is profiting from this. Undertakers are making out like bandits.
Cancer cells depend on glucose as a source of fuel.
I am really gonna do this. I am gonna do this. I started this new way of eating today.
I have no idea how we're gonna do it. The first 5 days, she starved herself.
The 5th day, he said his first word.
Tap your fingers.
I almost fell over on my chair.
Literally jumping up and down. And she's not seizing.
My tumor started shrinking. The possibility is that she could cure her diabetes with food.
No more inhaler.
Absolutely. Cheers.
It's time to look at the results and the outcomes and say maybe we got it wrong.
I have faith in bigger, better things, man.
All right. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed that. I enjoy that documentary with your family, your friends, and anybody that you care about. Once you're aware, you just never go back. I remember, being extremely thirsty. I separated myself from this toxic environment where it's processed food. The TV was on 24/7. I was depressed, like 100-pound weight on my chest every night. Before I went to bed, it didn't matter if I woke up the next day. And, when you're in that environment, you don't see it for what it is, right? It's just normal. It's normal, natural. It's something that, your family just accepts as this is the way we live. And then I'm fortunate because I removed myself from that environment, and then I got into sports. And I remember on my high school campus, going to put change into the Coke machine. They had Coke machines on campus at that time. And, my coach, screamed across the quad, "Hey, get away from that crap." And it shocked me like a shockwave to my body. And I was just thirsty. This is what I did. I didn't think about water. I just thought this is what's going to quench my thirst. And he just said, that's garbage. You don't want to put that in your body. And I never looked back. It just really resonated with me. Like, I don't want to put this toxic garbage in my body. And so, I became extremely healthy, and I just lived a lifestyle that was nutritionally healthy, socially healthy, physically healthy. And I found myself in environments that just fed my soul. And I just know that it doesn't end well. The processed food industry is a money-making industry, right? It creates a lot of industry, that creates a lot of jobs. So let's look forward to the fact that, robotics, innovations, AI is going to eliminate industry like crazy. And we can focus on not, a universal income and not working in toxic environments that's poisoning, the world that we live in. So with that, I hope you enjoy the entire documentary and you become aware, and it gives you the courage and the inspiration to take the actions to overcome and thrive. And with that, I wish you well.